to Athletes on the Rise. As you know, my name is Victoria Sadeko, and today we will be working with one of the top 10 fastball pitchers in Canada, Emma McLean. Emma's average pitching speed is around 73 miles per hour and is known for her aggressive hitting and constant home runs. Today, we will be looking at the average four-seam grip underhand pitch. Take it away, Emma.
Thanks, Victoria.
For preliminary movements, you want both feet in contact with the mound. The hands should be extended outwards with the ball in the pitching hand. The ball is presented to the batter. This is a rule. The batter must see the ball before the pitch starts. When holding the ball, the fingers should be perpendicular to the seams of the ball for a straight pitch. The pivot foot, which is the same foot as the pitching hand, is used for push-off during the pitch and forms dorsiflexion. For preparation, the shoulder moves posterior to the body and the shoulder muscles contract as the arm gets extended. As the arm moves back, the pitching foot goes into dorsiflexion. The core is engaged, now performing flexion. Force-producing movements. The glove arm drives diagonally down and backwards to assist the core in rotation. The pitching arm moves forward at the same angular velocity as the other leg. The pivot foot turns slightly to the side of the pitcher and allows the hip to rotate to the open position. The pitching arm then continues to move superior to the front of the body using shoulder flexion, while the front leg starts to move downward toward the ground. The pitching arm performs circumduction. The core and hips are fully rotated to a position facing sideways to the direction of the pitch as the arm rotates. The back foot is also rotated so that the big toe is facing sideways to the direction of the pitch. The pitching arm is extended at the elbow joint. This produces forceful rotation of the shoulder girdle around the axis of the spine and horizontal adduction of the shoulder. The weight is being shifted forward by the back driving leg. Prior to release, the pitching arm should be in a position of supination. The critical instant. The ball is now anterior to the core. The elbow is now slightly flexed to help the shoulder perform medial rotation. For the follow-through, all the weight should now be shifted on the front leg. The back foot should slide forward into a position slightly behind the back leg. The pitching arm should finish in a fist above the hip.
Throughout the performance of a softball pitch, different planes of motion are exhibited. During the preliminary phase, the body is in the lateral/frontal plane of motion because the body is facing posterior. During the backswing, the plane of motion begins to change from lateral to sagittal as the arm moves back and the pitching foot goes into dorsiflexion. When the force-producing movements occur, the plane of motion is completely sagittal as both sides of the body are simultaneously performing different movements. Towards the end of the critical instant and in the follow-through, the body begins to change back to the lateral plane of motion after the last motion of releasing the ball is complete. For a slight moment, the plane of motion could be considered transverse as the wrist releases the ball and it is in the position of supination.
Nice pitch, Emma.
Thanks, Victoria.
Thanks for joining us today on Athletes on the Rise with Emma McLean.
Thank you for having me, Victoria.
Good luck with your career, Emma.